Alright, this is Calibos, and we're playing Project Ozone 3. So when we last left, I was doing something with this. Oh yeah, we were waiting for the power cell to charge, which it finally has, and now this one is starting to charge. So we're going to set up some beginning auto crafting and then get into making power. So we have the pattern terminal and the interface. We're also going to need some smart cable and some dense smart cable, and we're going to need a molecular assembler. And we're also going to need some formation cores. Just going to need some fluix dust. Looks like we're going to have to make some fluix seeds. So in order to make fluix seeds, in order to make fluix in the first place, we need charged surface quartz, nether quartz, and redstone. I meant to type nether quartz. I did. And redstone. Alright, so normally we would put them in a thing of water, but somewhere around here is this, right in front of me. And these are going to end up in the system. Let's go ahead and just knock this out. So we're going to need a, what do we got? So we have a 64K crafting storage and a crafting coprocessor. So we can basically slap this anywhere. I'm probably just going to put it here because we're not really doing too much. We have like a channel left. Well, let's run it here, actually. So we'll do that, and now that gives us some processing power for setting up stuff. We still want to take the fluix and grind it up. We don't think that we have anything, so that should be smelting. I don't think we have grinding set up anywhere yet. I thought I heard something. Alright, sag mill. We're just gonna chuck through, say, half a stack. There we go. Alright. So now that we have these, and we'll do that, 2, 2, we need to make some molecular assemblers, annihilation cores, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, oops, 1, that's fine, I guess, it doesn't really matter, we will use them, I promise. So we have 2 of these. Now we need some interfaces. That really is annoying to me. Interface. So alright, so we have the interfaces. Now because we have channels, these are pretty much going to be annoying, and that's really all there is to it. So we want a network. What is it called? We're looking for was it a wait, it's going to be toggle bus, inverted toggle bus. Here we are. So we want one of these. And then we want, actually, do we want a couple of those? So, I mean, these are cool. You can just kind of do that. So, the interface would typically not be greatly useful to us. We're going to need some cable anchors. So we want to do that, cable anchor. Oh my gosh. Where did it end up? Here, cable anchor. Anybody see it? I don't even see it. That's amazing. So, cable anchor, sorry. That doesn't need a cable anchor. It's cable anchor. Ah, you know what I need? A wrench. So what we're trying to do is avoid a loop right there. Because if you give it a loop, then it gets confused as to where the channels are. So our next step is we're just going to be doing that and then pulling this off. So we do not want that to connect to anything on either side of it. And now there we go. So that actually gives us 8, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that gives us 8 places to pull peer-to-peer tunnels off of. And honestly, the inside would be kind of challenging to use anyway. So we will probably want to put a cable anchor there as well, so it doesn't merge off anything. I mean, depends on how we choose to do that, I suppose. But for the moment, that works. So we want I want to go put those back because I'm about to need it again. Alright, well, whatever. Iron. Alright, so next step on this journey here. I think we need a memory card. So what this does, provided I have grabbed the right thing, is, I don't know if you can, there we go. So if you look at it, these are white, and that one has some color to it. And it's got the frequency is CD2E, Charlie Delta 2 Echo. And if we look at this, it has the matching frequency on it, Charlie Delta 2 Echo. And we can use this, so we can go ahead and make another peer-to-peer tunnel. And now we can put this pretty much anywhere connected to one of these cables. Why did the power die? There should be plenty of power now. And it will give us an extra channel. It will give us the 32 channels for the linked frequency, whichever one that was, which was that one. So let's, this has 3 of those. So let's get some polished. And we want to just bring this out. We've already got a cable here, and we have 32 channels. So I'm probably just going to use this as a backbone for everything over there, and then run a smart cable off of it. Well, I could smart. So we want dense smart cable. We're going to need some more flux cables. All right. So that gives us that, and then we want dense smart cables. Gives us 16, or those gives us the dense cables. And now this gives us the dense smart cables, which is fun. Yeah, so I'm actually just going to run a separate thing off of this, because we're going to be using a lot of these channels. So I might as well just take advantage. So we'll do that. I think that I want to do this, and then we'll just slap this peer-to-peer tunnel down on it. No, because that'll give us 32. So let's... sometimes it's just about planning it, and that's actually where I fail, is the planning. I'm not super organized. I don't know if you've noticed this. So we're going to want 8 going off onto that from this. Let's give it a little bit more space actually. So looks like we need to move it over. And we're out. Yay. But we have this fancy thing. How about stone? There we go. That. Perfect. And then we're going to have a... Where's my builder's wand? There we go. And light. So if we're going to have it basically here, and that will be 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So pulling this off, this is actually going to be 8, 16, 24, 32. So these actually need to be wrench. So let's get the heavies in here. The dents, sorry. And that. And then from this, we should be able to take peer-to-peer tunnel. And then that's a smart cable, regular smart cable, so we'll run these down. And then that should do this, and that, and interface, and interface, and interface, and interface. All right, so you'll notice that it has a channel on it instead of the 4 that this one has. Now, the minute I go ahead and take this memory card, I go, ta-da! So we need an item frame. So it's a really, really good idea to, there you go. It's a really, really good idea to keep track of your memory cards so that you can reconfigure the end of it. But these are now online, 4 channels. That should work just fine. Let's have some pizza. So another thing that we are going to want to do is, so these will craft, but only if we give them a pattern. So we're actually going to need to set this up. So this is only going to have 32, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So like that. So we should actually be able to run, let's see, that's 832. If we run a second one off of this, that will still take only 2 channels off of this one. And then we have, what, 8 in the middle? 8 in the middle. So if we're just going to mock this up really quick so that I don't have to plan through it in the future. So, like that. So this is the design that we're gonna go with. So we're gonna be space. So this is the plan for the build. We're just going to have 1, 2, 3. I'm just shift clicking because I don't want to fall off the edge over there. And then like this. All right. So those are going to be the upper ones. Because we can't have any of the these touching because it'll mix the channels up. But here, this is basically the layout, and this should give us most of the crafting that we're going to need for the entire map. Because we're talking what is that, 9? So 9 times 8 is 72. 72 times 8 is, I don't know, 570 or 576 or something like that. I don't know. Some random thing. And that gives us 576 recipes here. And if I need to, I can just mirror this build over there. But the benefit for this is now going to be something along the lines of, so that's 8. So we're actually going to be able to make use of this. Because even pulling out those 32 channels, we're still only going to use 2 on this smart cable. So this goes ahead and adds 2 more. So now we're only up to 4 channels total for 34 devices, or 66 devices. But, so now for this, we can go ahead and make a pattern. Pattern, there we go. Blank pattern, go. And now we make a pattern for the blank pattern. And chuck it in there. And now we can tell it to make 10. Oh, it needs Certus quartz. That's a bad pattern. Bad pattern. I hate it when it does that. Alright, so we'll try that again. So, pattern. We want to change that for a charged Certus quartz. Charged. Because all of ours are charged, so we're just going to use the charged ones. Alright, so we can do pattern and ask it for 10. And now it makes it. So it's a little bit more work in the front end. Glowstone. All of our glowstone is there, but we're just going to go ahead and say that if we have this, it will make it into glowstone. Alright. So there's just going to be a lot of this, and I'm probably going to spend some time off camera just putting in patterns because we have so many to do, and we're over time. But we've got the build set up. It's just a matter of grinding through making some of the patterns now, and I'm just going to leave the dirt here until we replace them all. And I'm probably going to set up the other network thingy, peer-to-peer tunnel with the memory card for the top row. And it'll be a little bit of work, but I'm basically going to be teaching the system to make more of itself. I'm also going to go over here to and duplicate this setup so that we have additional ores being generated. I'm going to copy this setup 5 or 6 times, I think, and we're really going to step this up, because I tried to speed this up, but the furnace doesn't produce fast enough, honestly. Well, the furnace does, but this setup doesn't work fast enough without more endo flames. So I'm just, since it's basically low cost for me, the exception being this, I'm just going to copy it a couple of times, and we're just going to go with it. So anyway, I hope you liked the episode. If you did, please leave a like. If you didn't, don't. Simple as that. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. Folks, have a great night.